Dear Editor, on this snowy February day I have been back reading in some of my journals. Volume 31, number 208, pages 85 to 86. You made a comment, dowsing on its own is no proof. Even stories of successes are not proof. Claimed events may contain evidence, even then verification is important. I am familiar with at least one case where enthusiasm, illusion, or perhaps unverified claims of dowsing results of a great water well appeared in a national journal, not the BSD. Most likely, some dowser, sure that the dowsing response could not be anything but valid, had found all this information by remote dowsing. I was sure it could not be correct and went to the site to double-check. The well was not pumping water, was not and had not ever been connected to the house as the story suggested. Dowsing provides opportunity to study our imaginative forces. Dowsing permits us to study invisible polarized subatomic fields and paths in the subtle, invisible, natural earth environment. Dowsing provides a system for communication between conscious self and deep mind, and subtle forces hidden by the force of invisibility. There is no proof that any of the above is true. I believe, though, that it is true. There must be an abundance of evidence that might support each of the above beliefs. Proof, if such exists, is built on a foundation of good evidence. A question then, is how to extract good evidence that might support any of the more valid dowsing categories? Logic suggests most such evidence would come from practicing dowsers. If most or many such dowsers have a learned belief that an experience is proof, then it is no wonder dowsing remains a questionable activity in the eyes of the general public. It will be through the wisdom, the efforts, the ability and nerve to quest and inquire for evidence that dowsing will advance, if it ever does. That wisdom, that questioning, that inquiry, if it is to have any real force, will come from editors of journals and newsletters such as the BSD, Canadian Society of Questers, American Society of Dowsers, The Rod, and Pendulum, and like periodicals. I had been thinking about this when I read the comments you made on proof, or the lack of it, and your quest for documentation or feedback. Your thoughts on this, your comment is appreciated. Now I know you must dowse polarized energy lines. I have a silly ridiculous experience, must be nutty, and wonder if you would dowse and let me know that it is all just my imagination. I was wondering if there was a system in the particles worlds that carried elements, like the body does blood. Horses, cows, animals, people, so many things use calcium, atomic number 20, so I dowsed and found channels about 9 feet apart. These could only be found flowing cast and west. Some were slightly less than 9 feet apart. Illusion? Unprovable? Imagination at work? Comments of any kind would be appreciated. I appreciate your concern related to proof and no even evidence is hard to come by. Mike Doney, Oregon, USA.